as we now go to the start for the first of the finals. From an original entry of 29, these are the 6 women who've made it through to the final.
And on this course where conditions are very nice, gentle tailwind, quite cold conditions, I think it's quite important for Karsten to lay down an early marker. Her form in the semi-final was a little bit erratic. She didn't dominate like she usually dominates races, so it's important that she gets out strong, and that's a good start from her.
By virtue of making the final, all 6 of these women have qualified a boat for their nation for next year's Olympics, and so have Sophie Balmarie, Julia Michalska and Frida Svensson for France, Poland and Sweden respectively, who finished in 1st, 2nd and 3rd places in the B final. But this is all about gold, silver and bronze, and it is Karsten, 3 from the bottom of the picture, who's making her customary strong start.
Yeah, and she's got to really do that and dominate, because there's a lot of talent in this field, and I think particularly Nakova is really coming back strong into form. And Nakova, she, the Czech sculler, she's got a great sort of turn of form. She can actually move the pace on early in the race, and she can also sprint for the finish. So I think Karsten knows that her competitors are getting closer and closer.
Well, Karsten's dominated the whole of the World Cup season, Martin, so we've been really waiting for somebody to really push her, and this is surely the moment. 2 from the bottom of the picture, you can see Napkova there of the Czech Republic, really terrific athlete, and she's been improving. She's put on a little bit more weight, she's got that much extra power, and is this going to be her turn this year? We've always wondered when it would be, having been the runner-up for the past 2 World Championships.
Absolutely, and I think Karsten hasn't really dominated that 500. She hasn't gone out as she has done in previous years, and Napkova's just had a little look and thought, I can nudge my bows in front here as she goes through 500 metres, and I think she's just in the lead there ahead of the Belarusian.
That's good sculling on the far side there by young Emma Twigg. She is young by comparison to Karsten, who's 15 years her senior.
I know, it's amazing the strength of this New Zealand team. Everywhere you look, there's talent around, and people coming through from the World Junior Championships. And to have a finalist in the women's singles just straight out of juniors, I mean, that's an amazing achievement.
Well, this is pretty interesting here. Napkova really throwing it down to Karsten. We haven't really seen this sort of tactic from Napkova in any of the World Cup events in Linz, Amsterdam or Lucerne. So this is a difference already.
Yeah, it is a difference. I wonder if these women know each other so well that Karsten's going to say, well, if I hang on to Napkova's stern, if I just keep that in my sights, you know, I'm going to be able to reel her back in. But the problem will be for Napkova. She's been very, very brave here, because there's a lot of fast scullers, and you see the 4 in the line back there behind Karsten. Well, one of those may pick her off at the finish. So this is quite a high-risk strategy from Nakova.
Yes, and this is a compact field by what we've seen in recent years for the final of the single sculls. There's no real domination, and everybody's still in this. Napkova now 26 years of age, really good cross-country runner before she found rowing as her preferred sport. And then on the far side, furthest away from you, Emma Twigg from Hawke's Bay. 2 from the top there from Sofia Rumiana Nekova, who won the world title in 2002 and 2003. And then 3 from the top, Zhang Jiong, who won that quadruple sculls in 1993 in Rachice, when the Chinese completely shocked the world by defeating the Germans in that race.
Yeah, absolutely. Very questionable medal that was, I thought, but certainly the Chinese sculler, Zhang Jiong, she was very dominant in the semi-final, but Napkova, interestingly, the Czech led her in that semi-final till the last 500 metres.
I think this is quite interesting here, because you can see the angle's rather deceptive here. Gueret of the United States, who's made a definite move in the last 25 strokes to put herself back in the race here, and she's taken 3rd place from Emma Twigg on the far side. Nekova, though, she's always had 2 options of racing. We've seen her go out and say, catch me if you can. We've seen her stalk and then come with a late charge. Yeah,
I mean, this is still all to play for in this race. Michelle Gueret must think, what's happened to me? I'm sort of half a length off the lead of the World Championship. I'm in the 3rd 500. You can see, though, she's paying for it. I mean, she's got a very high, relatively high rate of striking, say, compared to Karsten, but she's really putting those strokes in.
Karsten looking very relaxed, though. But Michelle Gueret from Bristol, Connecticut, She was 5th last year in the World Championships in Eton, but as I said in the introduction, got a very decent bronze medal, so you have to respect her. And at the moment, this is not what we expected. We expected Karsten to be out there to dominate in her usual fashion, but Napkova trying to eke out that advantage to a full half length.
Yeah, and Napkova will be thinking now, have I done enough? Have I got enough on Karsten? Because she knows that Karsten can ratchet the sprint finish up. So Nakova's going to be looking across and thinking, well, what do I have to do to hang on to this half-length lead? She knows that Gueret is pushing her. I think the Czech can hang on or hold off the American, but she's paid a lot, and the last 500 metres for Napkova are really going to be difficult.
Yeah, it's also going to be difficult for Gueret because 1:52 in the second quarter was a big move by her. But here we are, 500 metres, and it is Napkova of the Czech Republic who leads Karsten, who leads Gueret, and on the far side, 2 from the top there, Rumiana Nekova just beginning to emerge from that trio to perhaps produce something of a finish here. But she's got some work to do to get on terms with the front 3 now, Martin.
Yeah, I think Nakova's left it far too late. I mean, if she produces something in the last 500, that would be amazingly cool for her to sit back. But she is moving, and I mean, who's in danger? Is it Gueret? Is it going to be Nekova? Because I would reckon Karsten is control, and she could probably take that with a bit of a sprint.
Well, Karsten now just easing up through the gears, and you can just see that very economical rhythm, the way she's kept the petrol in the tank for this last 500 metres, looking absolutely straight down the line, focusing on her race. And now, from being half a length down, she's now half a length up, and she's going away. She's aware of Nekova on the far side, who is coming up to challenge Gueret on the near side here, and Karsten is very aware of what Nekova can do if she's in absolutely tip-top form.
Yeah, and remember that finish in the Sydney Olympics, but really I think Nekova's left it too late, but she hasn't left it too late to catch the Czech or the American, because she looks ever so long on that side, Rumiana Nekova, and really keeping her length in the final sprint, which is very impressive.
What a fascinating race this is, but Katarina Karsten, winner of the world title in 97, 99, 2005 and 2006, and if she wins this, she will be the first sculler in the history of the World Championship finals to take 5 successes, and that is remarkable. But what's also remarkable is the way that Nekova is finishing. Remember, she took off a year to extend her family. She's come back, and they're coming to the line there. Karsten's got it, and Nekova ahead of Gueret on the near side with Napkova, would you believe it, out of the medals.
That's such a shame for Napkova. She was so brave to lead that race at 500 metres. Amazing sprint finish from Nekova, the Bulgarian, but this woman, Karsten, has got so much flexibility in her style.
That said, you don't see her puffing too often when she comes across the line. This was a real workout, but she's got her 5th title ahead of Rumiana Nekova, who's given notice that she's after that Olympic gold medal next year. And what a performance from Michelle Gueret. Excellent bronze.